A lot of the Conservative Party's recent thinking on families and social policy generally has been has really come out of the Centre for Social Justice, headed by Ian Duncan Smith. The chairman in residence there is Dr. Samantha Callan, and Samantha's going to address you now.
Thank you. I want to talk about what I would consider to be three key priorities for the coalition, and I've been asked to talk particularly about public services. The three things, quick bullets: we need to get a better return from the money that's poured into family services, make sure services are available to promote family stability, and finally, I think we need to shift the focus towards family poverty. We need a family poverty commission, not a child poverty commission. So, making existing spend work better. Coalition Programme for Government says we'll take Sure Start back to its original purpose of early intervention. Again, something that I think CSJ really put on the map along with Graham Allen, the Labour MP. Will increase its focus on the neediest families, better involve organisations with a track record of supporting families, investigate ways of ensuring providers are paid in part by the results they achieve, and investigate a new approach to helping families with multiple problems. So really this can't just be more of the same. We need to look at what actually happens, say, within Sure Start Children's Centres. It's not just a case of making sure the right people attend them, but what happens is really effective. So it's putting public money into services that basically deliver a social return on investment and have an effect that has been established through a rigorous approach to design and evaluation, which you might think, well, yeah, we've had that for the last 10 years, but crucially, that these programmes actually transform lives. So employment services attached to Sure Start aren't just getting kind of low-skilled parents into low-skilled jobs, but helping these parents identify what their strengths are, what makes them tick. And I know voluntary sector organisations running Sure Starts that do this with the kind of most disadvantaged parents. The effect of being involved with these people, the Sure Start practitioners, is that they discover things about themselves that they never knew before because people have taken an interest in them. And measuring the return involves things like, what is the effect on the rest of the family of somebody getting a job in a family, an extended family, where previously nobody worked? I think these are terribly important things to measure. And a lot of programs, they may have some beneficial effect, but we need a body a bit like the Washington State Institute of Public Policy that compares return on investment from a very broad range of alternative programs, not just everyone's pet projects, but really looking quite critically and ruthlessly at just how cost-effective different things are. And it's the soft benefits, the soft stuff, as well as the more usual economic measures. And cost-benefit analysis really should include the soft stuff, but it doesn't always. And I can talk about other examples and questions, but just moving on, I guess one of the key things that the Centre for Social Justice has said consistently since 2006, we really need to make sure services are available to promote family stability. Again, reading from the document, the government believes, Mark's already said it, strong and stable families of all kinds, the bedrock of a strong and stable society. Now, we treated in our work family breakdown as a key driver of poverty. Obviously, it's an effect as well. We said cause and effect interact. These are correlations. But 40% of all children in the UK will experience family breakdown, at least half of which occurs by the age of 3. This is a really huge problem. So I welcome the fact that the coalition say we put funding for relationship support on a stable long-term footing and make sure couples are given greater encouragement to use existing relationship support. And again, we recommended that what we felt Sure Start should evolve into, a kind of a family hub model, that was concerned not just with the parenting relationship, but also with the couple relationship, providing information and resources before, during, and after separation. Now, I think giving it as higher priority involves using health visitors to a greater extent, whether it's in brief interventions they do themselves or drawing in the voluntary sector, who can be superb, especially around the time of the birth, perinatal programs to improve relationships, give parents a few tips before a very stressful period, but also getting away from Sure Start for a minute, prison services, working with, excuse the pun, captive population. Girlfriends come in, wives come in, and they learn how to make it work better on the outside. So I think money going into these programs is terribly important. Finally, perhaps the most controversial thing, but hey, shifting the focus towards towards family poverty. As Lord Freud said in the second reading of the Child Poverty Bill, children rarely have income or wealth themselves. And he acknowledged, I think he was right too, that coining the phrase child poverty it captured the imagination of the country, and that's what politicians should do. So when Blair talked about abolishing child poverty, it incredibly importantly shifted the debate away from whether the poor are deserving or undeserving and focused instead on the effects of poverty on those who really are completely beyond such judgments. So all credit, Blair did what he should have done, which was galvanise the sector, galvanise a lot of different interest groups, but I think we're now in danger of focusing on the symptom and not the cause. Again, going back to Breakthrough Britain, we looked at the causes of poverty, the interacting causes, and they're almost always moderated by family factors. And of course money matters, but poverty is not just financial. Narrowing the Gap, the Fabian Society report said that their research was showing that people were moving on in their thinking. It's about nurture, relationships, aspirations, and again, family stability, very important in that. So, thank you.